If you got plans on Sunday, cancel them. Cancel them, because you can spend this Sunday evening with an iconic singer who has brought us all sorts of jams like Training Season, Houdini, and of course Levitate, just to name a few.
Yeah, which we've been singing all morning long. We're of course talking about the one and only Dua Lipa, joining us live this morning to chat about her new primetime concert special on CBS this Sunday called An Evening with Dua Lipa. Good morning. Thanks for being with us.
Good morning. Thank you so much for having me.
Before we get to the business at hand, I have never turned off the radio or turned to a different channel when a Dua Lipa song is on. Never.
Oh, thank you very much.
So I was watching the clip. They sent us some clips of the special, and it's big, it's beautiful. You're performing with an orchestra. How is performing with an orchestra different than, say, one of your regular shows?
Well, I guess during one of my regular shows, I have all my dancers with me, and there's so much running up and down on the stage and, you know, connecting with the audience in a very different way. And this one is very much me in the center, surrounded by a 53-piece orchestra. It's all about the music and the songs and hearing them in a different way. And for me, it was just very fun to be able to showcase another side of who I am as an artist, and to do this show unlike anything else I've ever done before. And it was one of the most fun things I've ever done in my life. I loved every single moment of it. And I don't know, the energy in the room was just so infectious and fun. And I'm looking forward to bringing the party to everyone at home this Sunday.
Oh, so good, so good. Let's talk about your relationship with Elton John. This is special, and he's going to be on the special?
Yes, he is going to be on the special. Elton always he's such a wonderful friend, and he just always shows up for me. And I feel so lucky to have someone like him by my side, because I look up to him so much as a person and as an artist. And, you know, he's always been such a massive supporter and has always championed me. And he's very well acquainted with the Royal Albert Hall. So to have him by my side and to have him there on the night for me was really important, and it meant a lot to me. And, you know, it's always a pinch me moment when I get to sit next to Elton John and perform. You know, it's very special.
That's funny, because that leads to my next question. You're performing in London, where you grew up. You look over, your friend Elton John is sitting there next to you. Do you ever just stop and go, like, what life is this? How does this even happen?
All the time.
Yeah.
All the time. I pinch myself all the time. I feel so lucky because I wake up every day and I get to do what I love, and I get to learn new things, and I get to explore my craft, and I get to kind of dive in deeper into the things that I love the most, and I get to share that with everyone around the world. I mean, what more could I possibly ask for?
A couple questions for you here. One, who came up with the double clap and elevation? Because
or levitate.
Levitate. Yeah, levitate.
Who came up with the double clap?
Yeah.
You know, I love a double clap in the songs. I feel like it's just got a groove. I don't know. I guess just in the moment in the studio while we were making it, we were just, you know, a double clap's always very important.
Yeah, exactly.
You got to get it when you can.
And then one last question for me, and then I'll let you go. You were on Colbert. He had the rescue dogs on. How many of those dogs did you take home? Because it looked like you were going to put them all in your purse.
Oh my gosh, I was so desperate to take them home. But do you know what? Already by the time we'd gotten off stage, 3 of them were already adopted.
Oh.
All of them were just finding a home. So we were very happy about that. Unfortunately, me taking all the puppies home to London would be a logistical nightmare.
Yeah.
As much as I would.
You can keep them at my house and come visit.
Yeah, you could come visit.
Yes, exactly.
So during the special, you also share some stories and moments, including you talk about a trip to New York City that changed the course of your career. What was that trip? What happened?
Well, during that trip, I did my first ever late night performance and one of my first ever shows in New York. And this was very early days for me. And it was really as things were starting to shift. And it was just a wild few days. And, you know, America as a British artist, it's always really important. I guess for any artist, it's such a big place. And you always have that dream of breaking America and being able to be heard all over the world. And that was kind of the first step in the right direction, I guess, for me, where I got to meet so many of my fans and also build my and expand my audience. You know, even having the opportunity to perform on the Tonight Show, which was my first ever US TV debut. You know, it gave me such a platform, and that support meant everything to me. You know, it was the thing that started everything. So I'm very grateful to that moment. And yeah, you know, it's all these baby steps that kind of bring you to where you want to be, and that was one of those for
Well,
me.
thanks for all the wonderful music. Seriously, you are
Thank you.
a star.
The show is called An Evening with Dua Lipa. It is Sunday on CBS. We will be tuned in. Thank you so much, Dua.
Bye, Dua.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Bye-bye.
All right, time now is 7:58. I'm sure we went over our time. I don't care.